Greetings everyone, this is Aaron18, and welcome to another episode of All the Mod 7. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. So, I have done a couple of things between episodes. First of all, I have improved this area a little bit, and now has, it's all chipped cobblestone. And this is important because before it was just like a stone wall with like this little cobblestone tile thing up there, like just along the bottom, and I didn't like it, so now this is all one uniform wall-ish, kind of blending this in with this. I have put down all of my garden cloches that I've been able to make, and I now have good production thus far. I've got one that's producing wheat, like last episode. I've got one that's doing inferium. Also, in case you guys don't know, in order to plant inferium in a garden cloche, you need this inferium farmland, or really any farmland for mystical agriculture. And the reason is because otherwise it will not work. But now after setting it up, I have a pretty good amount of inferium. This is not nearly enough. I have been slowly phasing out all of my torches with lanterns. I just need to get some iron made. I also made this wireless heater thing, which is pretty good. And basically what it does is it allows me to put this thing in my furnace, and it basically acts like a fuel source. And the only cost of it is it requires power, hence this it connected to the cable. There's a couple of other things. First of all, I have semi-automated this, basically just because I had so many, this resonating ore, you get a ton of it. But then what's happening is that I put stuff in here, it gets hoppered into the iron furnace, it smelts it, and then it dumps it into the storage crate. So yeah, this is all the resonating ore and stuff, which gives you resonating plates. I checked, there is literally no other purpose for the ore. I smelted all my uraninite, I think that's how you pronounce it. It was raw, now it's not. And this is important because this will be useful for Power, the mod, in the future. And finally, I have created a create system that allows me to ore process. Now this is important because before I have raw ore. The problem with having raw ore is that it clogs up pretty quickly. And the thing is, I don't want to use hammers, because the way it works is, generally, I've talked about this before, the way it works, you need to make one of these ore hammers. So these things aren't expensive, well, they are. It's because you need sticks and blocks of some sort of material. So it goes from copper all the way to platinum, and platinum is pretty rare. There's a small problem with this, and that problem is that these have a limited durability and are not very useful because you need to keep crafting them, considering, I've got hundreds of raw ore to deal with. So the way around it was by making this. Now, I went with a pretty clever setup. What I did is I literally just connected the crushing wheels with the water wheels. The reason why I did that is because otherwise I would have needed to do this big, cog chain and everything, and I wasn't gonna do that, so I just did this. So it works very, very well. And then we just put that there. So I'm actually gonna start this episode off by getting some ore processing done. I'm gonna start taking these blocks out, because this is where the bulk of my, pain is gonna come from, because this is going to take a while. And then what I have here is I have an absorption hopper, which is not expensive for me. If you just look up absorption hopper, it's not expensive. I went to the nether to actually find some netherite. I got some blaze powder, hence the blaze rods. And then what you do is that's super easy. And this thing basically just sucks items up and other stuff, and then can put it into a tank or some sort of storage thing. So in this case, it's just one of my wooden storage crates. And the reason why that's important is because it allows me to then not have to, you know, pipe the items from over here. Well, once it gets picked up, I have to put them on the conveyor belt, pipe them over to here. No, I just use this. It's pretty nice. And I actually am going to, actually, you know what? No, I am going to switch that out with a much better solution, which is my spare gold backpack. And the reason is because this thing actually works with a chute, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty. Oop. Magnet is turned on. There we go. And yeah, it outputs relatively quickly. But yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of raw ore, and decompressing this is incredibly important because otherwise it's going to not be that great. So I need that. Yeah. I need to take the barrel away, and I need to decompress these, as well as take the other. So actually, what I can just do is raw. The raw quartz block stays. I have no idea what to do with that. And you know, I'll shove the crimson iron in there as well. Whatever. Okay. And then time for the actual hard part, which isn't actually that hard because that was literally all my raw ore in here. And yeah, it saves up a ton of space. Also, when I was in the nether, between episodes, I came across a ton of netherrack, so I actually had to get my first storage upgrade for this, which is a little pricey because it's a lot of copper, and a drawer, which is a lot of wood. It's not that pricey, but it's not preferred. So now this thing can hold 16,000, and the reason why is because this thing multiplies storage by 8. Next one, and then gold, which takes the copper, is 16. Diamond is 24, and then there's a netherite tier which does 32, except I don't have netherite. Which is kind of important to know. So let's decompress this. And yeah, you can definitely tell what ores I have a lot of, which I don't, and ones I don't. I do not have a lot of platinum. Platinum is, it seems to be pretty darn rare in this pack, which I guess it makes sense. It is platinum, but still. And I have obviously a ton of copper and other stuff. I also have a ton of osmium, which I did not think I would have that much of, but I guess I do have a lot of osmium. So then I pick this up, it immediately goes in there, and then I just, yeah, there we go. And it just like auto outputs to this. So this is gonna work for quite a while. Which I mean, obviously is important. And also you can show the area. So this is just the area of the absorption hopper. So today I want to work on a couple of things. First of all, not create. Well, actually, I did get a couple of quests done, and I kind of want to show you. So, because we haven't done a lot of questing lately. So the copper upgrade in the basic storage tab gives us 10 XP and some copper ingots. That's okay. Killed some blazes, so which means you get some blaze rods and XP, and then wither skeletons. I get wither skull fragments and XP as well. Got it. So I have quite a bit of blaze rods now. Yes, my inventory is a mess because of the create stuff. Because come to find out, my create barrel was actually still up above it. I thought I had like lost it, like I had trashed it, everything. No, I didn't. But yeah, so there's that. We now have ore processing completed. Well, for the time being, because it's about to get a lot more interesting, considering that I need a lot of, ores and stuff. And yeah, this bonsai tree situation is not going to really change. What I want to do is I want to get into some machines, like actual machines. So if we look here at this tab, which is Getting Started Part 2, we actually do have one of the things, which is a metallurgic infuser. Not expensive. We could actually pretty easily do that. So let me just get a stack of soapstone, which is super cheap. I never use soapstone. Metallurgic infuser. I think I spelled it right. So here it is, and it's not expensive. I just need to make 2 furnaces. 1, 2. And I think I've got an osmium ingot in there. Yes. There we go. And now we have that completed, which is going to give me an infused alloy and some XP. And then this is where the metallurgic infuser is going to be important. The way it works. Also, yes, my sweet berry rolls have been my main food source this entire time. At least for the past while now. What I'm gonna do, because actually, will it connect to the side? It will not. Oh, that makes it a lot easier. Because what I could do instead, for my power situation, because it's a little bit stupid, is instead of doing, well, I kind of. There we go. I can't put it here because otherwise it will actually, no, you know what? No, I can connect it. And then just do that. Yeah! There we go, much better. So that I now still have the same number of cables. Well, it's fine. I also made an improved magnet, and this thing is not hard to make. Because of the blaze rods, I was able to get an Eye of Ender. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And now the difference with this one is it picks up items and XP 11 blocks away as opposed to 5, and it can filter items. So if I just shift right click, it allows me to filter out, you know, what items do I want to pick up or what items do I not want to pick up, and then it had like the range and everything. I saw something pop up over here. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward, and ideally you'd want to have it on, but what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking about, first of all, moving these, which I didn't actually think of, because now I've got this space, this open area here, and I could just, shove that on there, put those 2 on there, and yeah, that's looking good. Because what I'm going to do is route the cable down. Yeah, I think so. And then just cut that off. Okay, and this is where we're going to place the metallurgic infuser once I move that over. It doesn't matter where we put it, so I'm just going to put it right here. As you can see, we are now gaining power at a pretty consistent rate. Now this is important because we're gonna need to make alloys, and the reason why I say that is because it's from a mod called Mechanism. Mechanism is going to be our friend for the early game because it'll allow us to make wind generators, which is going to be important because that will produce us power. But what we need to do first is we need to make a bunch of these infused alloys, some basic control circuits, and some energy tablets. So let me just quickly show you how this works. What we need is some iron, which is not expensive. I need to get rid of it. I really also need to have a dedicated storage system, but that's not going to be for a while, I don't think. So this goes in there. This is full, it looks like. And it looks like this is done, so I can just shove these in the new drawer because I ran out of space for my gravel drawer. And there we go. That's a lot. But granted, each one does give you 8, so yeah, it's not that ridiculous. And I need to. And now it's time for me to show you how this works. So what you do is you, in this side over here, you put something, like some sort of special fluid, I guess. Like, I don't know what this you would consider this to be. Probably a liquid. But what it does is it allows you to take an existing alloy and turn it into the next alloy, which, you know, in this case, we need to start off with the infused alloy. So we need to make 5 of them. And each one requires 10 millibuckets of redstone and 1 iron ingot. So let me just show you. So each redstone dust is 10. So 20, 30, 40. Because we already have one, that's 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, as you can see, it will start to drain power, which isn't good because this is not the most optimal water wheel setup. I could probably make it better, but I have no means of making it better right now. All I need to do is just get just get it made before it runs out of power, because otherwise it's gonna then be not running well. And I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, because like 8,000 RF. How much is this using? 20 RF per tick, or FE per tick. So we are clearly not producing enough for that. And then we need to make the basic control circuit, which is 2 redstone dust instead, and 1 osmium ingot. So I'm gonna take the osmium out. 1, 2. That is 20. Yeah, and they all take the same amount of time, and it gives you this really cool sound effect. Actually, in hindsight, I should probably turn down my game volume. So we're just gonna set that to 75 should be fine. 65, sure. There we go. And this is there's that one. And now we need to make 2 energy tablets. And the reason why these are separate is because these things do not stack. So each one will require 3 gold, 4 redstone, and 2 infused alloys, which means we need a total of 6 gold, 8 redstone, and then 4 of the infused alloy. So, boom. 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 That's 1, and that is 2. There we go. Oh, it only counted for 1. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And now it's time for the wind turbine, the wind generator. The problem with this one is that this thing needs to be placed up, and I don't have really a means to do so yet. So hold on, let me just quickly make this. I think this is no. How would you make it? How would you make it? Oh, I was off by quite a bit. Derp. Yeah, there we go. And now we get a bunch of stuff back, including a muffling upgrade, which reduces noise from machinery. Not really important. Yes, English hard. And now it looks like, oh yeah, so we also have this one from all the power. Now we have more XP. The issue is that because we're underground, it's kind of hard to generate power with this wind turbine. It is very useful, don't get me wrong. So if we shift N, generates power above. So I'm gonna need to make some cables, and in order to make these energy pipes, which is like the super cheap energy method, it's not expensive. Because we have a ton of redstone. We don't have that much iron, but it's kind of our solution right now. Can I afford? Yes, I can afford for 1 more. There we go. That's another quest down. And then we need a pipe upgrade, which I already have one. You can also consider this to be some quest busting. And there we go. We get another item pipe upgrade. Can we go all the way? Oh yeah, we can. Let me make the improved pipe upgrades real quick. So That is that one. Okay. And then we need this one, which we can do. Fantastic. And that is the entire thing. So now we're at level 60. This section is done. Now it's on to storing power. Well, we'll get to that. Let's first see what this Y level is. So Y level 43. So X 2187, negative 211. 2187, negative 211. 2187, negative 211. Okay, so 287, it is this way. Right down here is going to be where we have the cable run. Because it's at, okay, ooh, ores. My inventory is full. There we go. So we're literally just gonna build up with cables. There should be plenty of cables. Now, the thing is, wind generators are pretty awesome because they are literally kind of free power because they, again, don't use fuel. And that's important. We do not want to use fuel early game. So this thing's producing 46.4 RF per tick. We could put it higher. In fact, I will at some point, but right now I have no means of going up higher. Because this thing, you can place a build limit and it will go, like, the wind turbine will go ridiculously fast and it will produce a ton of power. But this is good because it gives us free power. Like, this thing does not require fuel. It does not require any maintenance. It just works. So now our power has effectively been, well, assuming the, assuming the water wheels don't produce that much, I think we basically doubled our power. I think. Because it's not like I can see what this thing requires. How much this thing makes. But now this is way higher, which is good. This thing is still cranking away, which is also good. How's this area looking? Need to clear that out. So, yeah, now it's pretty much just the waiting game. Just waiting for the resources to get processed completely. Waiting to, yeah, basically just waiting for them to get completely done. Also, the reason why I'm doing crushing wheels, I forgot to mention, is because that ore doubles. There is a way to, like, there's better ore processing in the game, so if we just look at our quest book, if we look under mechanism, they have better factories and stuff. So, you know, ore setup here, ore factory. Yeah, this thing produces a lot. It's a very expensive solution, but it produces a lot. Because there are some things in here that are, you know, let me just show you. Raw ore. Yeah, let's just look at osmium. So osmium you get from, like, hammering, well, you just mine it normally. And the thing is, when you hammer it down with an ore hammer, it will give you 2. If you hammer it down with a regular engineer's hammer, it will give you 1. And if you have create, it will give you 2. There is a better solution, which is the crusher. It's not the crusher. That is interesting, because I remember, maybe it's not with this one. There was one that would give you more. Let me just see what iron has to offer. Like raw iron. I think this one. Okay, what is the crusher used for? Like, which one is going to give me more of? Or is this one also only? I think this one's also only ore double. which is unfortunate because I was hoping, because I remember seeing this one could or triple at some point, but maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. But yes, the Crusher is really cool. It's kind of a pain to make at this very moment because I do not have the best steel production. But yeah, so now we have power. And yeah, this is more. There's really not much I wanted to do in this. But before I sign off, I do want to make a couple of things. So I want to make this heat generator. So I need my soapstone back again. I actually need to put away my create stuff, so that just goes in here right now. Not really at the forefront of my mind, just need to get it out of the way. So that heat generator, which is this thing, we need a furnace, obviously. And I think that's it. I think I have everything else. Yep. That's another quest down. And actually, I've got the metallurgic infuser. That's another one. So, redstone, random reward, and XP. What did I get? I think I got more of that infused alloy. Ooh, I got that as well. Let's see if my new power setup can actually sustain it. It cannot. Okay. Currently, the goal then is to keep this thing sustained. So I think the easiest way to solve that then is literally just to add more of those. So I guess I'm not gonna be signing off as soon as I was hoping because yeah, we're already a little bit into this video. So well, you don't know. I will make more of those windmills off camera. Sorry if there wasn't as much like content in this video. It was just more of like updating because, yeah, ore processing is very important. I will let this thing run for like a couple ages, I think, because this is gonna take a while. And I will get better storage figured out at some point. But yeah, questing is mostly done. I do actually, hold on. I want to finish the first quest. The first questing tree before I forget. I need to make a bound scroll. Not expensive. To none. I need to make a gold nugget. Some gold nuggets. And then bound scroll. Perfect. And I need to make 2 warp plates, which are, I think they're not that expensive. Warp. Oop. Yeah, this thing. So we need stone bricks, flint, and warp dust. I've got warp dust. I need to make one more set, sorry. And I do not have stone bricks. Fantastic. I do, however, have stone bricks because now I've got stone. And then 1, 2. There we go. Completed this entire thing. And actually what I can do is I can just click on this button, collect all rewards, and it does that. So I think the purpose of those is kind of like the waystones, where it's supposed to like allow you to teleport home if you want to. Yeah, teleportation on the go, but these are single use. Not great. But yeah, so that is done completely, which I am so happy about, because that means that then we could then not have to worry about this anymore. This is completely done and over with, and we can start focusing on machines. So yeah, that is going to conclude it for this episode, I think. So if you enjoyed, please be sure to check out my other videos. I know my upload schedule is kind of hit miss, but I am trying to work on it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next one.